Now styles can be accessed in the home menu. Under the home menu, you can see styles. There is conditional formatting, there is format as table, and there is cell styles. So there is conditional formatting, format as table, and also cell styles. Now conditional formatting is where you can identify data easily, format data easily so that you can find it easily through the use of colors. Apart from colors, you can use data bars. Apart from data bars, you can also use other things. Now, the aim is to help you spot some trends so easily, or to spot data that you want to identify so easily by use of colors and other items. Now, we'll start by removing what is here. We can just select the data, select the data, then go to conditional formatting, home menu, styles, conditional formatting, then clear rules. We can clear rules from entire worksheet, not just what we've selected, clear rules from entire, not just selected, but entire. Everywhere, that thing will be removed. You can see there's nothing now. It has been removed everywhere. Then we begin with conditional formatting. We have some data here, and start by what? It's removed. Once it's removed, we want to include or have part of it again. Start by selecting, let's say Q1 to Q4, but from 120, just from 120 to the 1000, moving down to here. We have selected. We have 120 to 1000 moving down. Moving down. Now, through the use of conditional formatting, I want us to get the highest values. How can we highlight the highest values? I want us to highlight the highest values so that we can see it clearly. So go to conditional formatting, then highlight cell rules, then go for greater than, click on greater than, then go for 900. You see format cells that are greater than, there's something that popped up here. So format cells that are greater than, then write 900 that way. So if something is greater than 900, it will be highlighted. You can choose your own color.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Try out the different colors and you'll see that changing even on the other side. Custom format, then font, under fill, pick any fill, any color that you want that to be filled with, then click on OK. Everything that is more than 1000 will be given a color. Now, what if you want anything that is more than 1000 or just 1000? There is no greater than 1000, that cannot work. It should be 999. 999. You'll only have two if it is 999. Okay, so you can cancel that. Again, conditional formatting. You can see highlight cell rules between or less than. Before you go to between, let us do less than. What about less than 100? Do we have any less than 100? Definitely no less than 100. What about less than 150? You can see less than 150. They are easily identified. Okay. Cancel again. Another rule that we may use under highlight cell rules, a text that contains, that one cannot work there, equals to. If you want equals to or between, you can start with between 300 and 600. That can also be highlighted. Between 300 and 600, that can also be highlighted. And as we said, you can change how you want to highlight it. How do you want to highlight it? Cancel. Another one will be equals to. You may be interested with something just equals to. What about equals to 400? So equals to 400. there are only two that are equals to 400. So that will be highlighted if it's equals to 400. Cancel. Still on conditional formatting, there is top bottom rules. You can see top bottom rules. You can highlight top 10. Top 10. Those are top 10. One can also, you can cancel that. You can also say you want top 10%. If you want top 10%, these are place you can change here if you want to change to even 25. You can see it's now going to top 25. Cancel. Again, there is top bottom rules, bottom 10. You can also select bottom 10. Bottom 10 are those ones, the bottom 10. And cancel. I believe we've done now more than enough for us to be able to understand at least that part that we've managed to bring forward. Now, we want to do for database. Database, there is gradient fill. You can see database. This is database. There are so many solid fill. There is another one, database. So the bars, the longer the bar, the higher the data. So if you're looking for higher values, you go where the data is almost full. That is for database. Color scales, you pick different colors. As you can see, different colors. Different colors. Now icon sets, you can see icon sets, different icons. The direction may tell you whether something is high or something is low through those directions. Directions. Okay. Now go for color scales. Go for color scales and give it your favorite color scale. Just give it your favorite color scale. I prefer where the highest ones are green and the lowest ones are red. So I'm going for the first one. First one. So I'm now click and that is it. That has been placed there now permanently. So if you want to identify the higher values, you look for green. At least now the pattern can be seen with much ease, not straining. The lowest ones are at red, the yellow ones are at the middle. Now select the totals from 37.45 all the way to 36.10. The totals, then go to conditional formatting, data bars. Select a data bar with a color that is not included in those other things, like blue. If there's any color that is not on the other part, then you can go for that. Blue works well. Or even green. Green is still green. We have greens on the other one, so for me, green may not work. Blue will. The longer the bar, the higher the amount. The shorter the bar, the lower the amount. Select the average from 493 to 500. The average, and now conditional formatting, and you can go for icon sets. You can pick your favorite icon. I'm going for network. If the network is full, the amount is higher. If one bar is left, the amount is lower. That is for average. Now that is the at least how we can do the data value the conditional formatting. The other part is still conditional formatting, but not difficult. You can use colors to edit text. Conditional formatting can also work on text. Therefore, just pick this, assuming there's another John Doe. So copy John and you can paste here this way. So there's another John Doe at the end. Then select all this from John Doe to the last John Doe. From the first John Doe to the last John Doe. John Doe. John Doe. Go to conditional formatting. Then you can see highlight cell rules. Is it highlight cell rules? I want the one for what? Highlight cell rules. Or you can do new rule if you want. By the way, you can just do new rule. Just do new rule. New rule. New rule. we have the new rule. So under new rule, do we see text that contains? Where is text that contains? Format only cells that contain. I think this will only cells that contain. Yeah, format only cells that contain. Format only cells that contain. Then here, click on the arrow and select text, specific text, specific text. Now, containing, which one? So containing, then I want you to click on John Doe. You can see John Doe in your data. John Doe. John Doe. Only cells containing. So hapa kwa this part, then John Doe. Here you format the color, format, and you can bring in a color of your choice. Under fill, if you click on format, go to fill and pick any color. Any color, then okay. Then okay again. You see, the John Does are in yellow now. The John Does are in yellow. We'll repeat the same thing. We repeat the same thing. The same thing. So select the name from John Doe, but we are done with John Doe to the last one. Now the thing can also be done this way. Apart from going to new, you can just click highlight cell rules, then text that contain. You can see text that contain instead of new rule. You can just say highlight cell rules, then text that contains instead of going through this part. So highlight cell rules, text that contains. Click there. Now here, toy. Now click on Jane Doe. Jane Doe. Jane Doe. Jane Doe. Now with what? Click on the arrow. This arrow. Format, custom format. Then go to all these things. If you are on font like this, just click on fill. If you are on font, you simply click on fill and you can click another color like blue, then okay. Okay, now all my Jane are in blue. You can see Jane is in blue, the two Janes. Do the third one. The data is still selected. Make sure your data is still selected. Conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, text that contains, text that contains. Now note John Doe, remove the John Doe and click on Nick Koch. Nick Koch. The third one is Nick Koch. With what? Click on the arrow, then custom format. Custom format. Then click on fill. Fill. If you are on font, just click on fill. Pick another color like that, then okay. You can see there is only one Nick Koch. Only one Nick Koch. If you can, yeah, only one Nick Koch. The procedure continues and continues and continues and continues. Now, a good example is this. If I copy John Doe, or if I write here John Doe, another John Doe inside my data, making sure the spelling is correct, and I enter, the color changes automatically to the one that was captured up there. If I do another Jane Doe here, I'm removing this, I'm writing Jane Doe, then I enter, then it picks the color for Jane Doe. You can also just format cells that contain a particular text to a color that you want. That is conditional formatting. Not so difficult, but it may help you someday. You think so? And now format as table. Format as table. Now this is already formatted as a table. The way you see this is already formatted as a table. Most of our data will be talking about some things here, about pivot tables, all these things. Of course, before you do a pivot table, your data should be formatted as a table. Don't open the pivot tables and pivot charts, of course. But you are saying that before you do pivot tables and pivot charts, which we'll be doing soon, then your data must be formatted as a table. I'm anticipating that tomorrow we may be doing pivot tables and pivot charts just tomorrow on Saturday. Now, format as table means that you can have a normal table, but now you format it so that it can have a style of a table. Now, how do we remove these formats here? I want to clear this formats. So copy. I've selected. Then I'm copying. Then click on students. Just click on students. Right click on students. After copying, you right click on students. Then I want you to paste as value. Is it as values or as yeah, as values? Paste as values. I've just pasted as values. So it means it could, is it a table? Was there? Okay. Let me see if that will work. I'm doubting if that worked. That worked. So I'm selecting this, then I'm copying, Control C, then right click. Let us click on students, then right click. I think we should get, which one should be this? Yeah, right click and go to table. Right click and you can see table here. Don't go to paste, just go to table. Then convert to range. Convert to range. So convert to range. Do you want to convert the table to normal range? Then yes. Yeah, it's now converted to range. It's no longer a table. Now the other things can be removed.
Mwalimu, is there a way that the convert to range can be dormant?
Dormant. Maybe if you double clicked now, it can be dormant.
Like it's
Okay.
not highlighted.
Yours is not yours is dormant. Because we said you select, then copy. You can right click and copy. Then you paste at the same area hapa kwa students. You right click and you're saying this is dormant. Maybe unless it can only be dormant if it was already maybe a normal range. That is the only way it can be dormant. Like, let me convert to range this way. It's already range. Let me try again. If it's already range, I'm copying again. If I right click, then there is no even table. There is no table now because it's already converted to range. So it should not be dormant. Cannot get there. So select from students to the last one, then copy, then click here, then right click and paste as values. Now go for paste as values. I think that will be fine. Let us use that. That is what I intended to get. Now, if you have this and you want to format this as a table, it is very easy that you just select, and format as table. It's as easy as that. Just format as table. And you select your style. Which style of a table do you want? There is light, medium. We also have dark. Just pick one. Just pick one. You select from students to average. I've picked medium, any of the medium, then your table has headers. Indeed, yes. My table has headers. My table has headers, then click on OK. So that's what you get as your answer. Now it has been formatted as a table.
Mwalimu, kindly repeat after me.
Yes.
Kindly repeat on how we put the tables.
How to?
We put the table on the tables part.
So you select, make sure you select from students to average. Then go to format as table. Then you see light, medium, and dark. Go for any that you want. Any of these things. You can always change later, then okay. Make sure that your table has headers because you selected from students, so your table has headers. Now, when we'll be doing pivot tables, then our first step will always to be make sure that your data has been formatted as a table. And formatting your data as table is as easy as what we see. If the color is bad, you simply change the style. You go to this and you can pick another thing. Let's say you want this. You can also go for that if you want. Now that is it for formatting data as a table. You saw that we simply go to home, style, then format as table. Last is this cell styles. Another easy part is cell styles. Cell styles. Select everything on cell styles. And now it makes important data to stand out. That is the role of cell styles. Just important data to stand out. Cell styles is here. Click on the arrow and pick anything. Anything. Warning, explanatory, anything that you feel will make this data to look good. Just a matter of picking. Go for any. I've gone for that and we leave it at that point. That is cell styles. You simply select anything that you want and pick a style on the other side.